Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Marvel Legends Infinite series Green Goblin Build-A-Figure by Hasbro. This figure comes as Build-A-Figure parts in the Green Goblin Build-A-Figure collection, which is a Spider-Man themed subline or wave of Marvel Legends. The sets that contain the Build-A-Figure parts for Green Goblin were first available at the very end of 2013, and the sets that contain these parts sold anywhere from $15 to $20 at retail. I was able to find the entire wave of the Green Goblin Build-A-Figure collection, and I have all the parts here. And I was able to find the sets at the beginning of the new year of 2014 at a Toys R Us. And they were selling these sets for $20 a piece. Taking a look at the pieces here, were a total of 6 sets that contained Build-A-Figure parts for Green Goblin. And we're going to go through each of these individual sets and take a look at them in closer detail before we put the Build-A-Figure together. And first up, we have here the head and the back piece, which is a flame effect. And these two pieces were included with the Spawn of Symbiotes figure sets, either the Carnage or the Toxin sets, right there. That's pretty neat. The next part we have here is the right leg, which came included with the Superior Spider-Man set. And we have the left leg, which came with the Deadliest Foes set, which was either the Beetle or Boomerang. There. And we have the main torso, which came included with the Black Cat set. And we have here the right arm and a flame effect, which came with the Amazing Spider-Man figure from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. And last we have here the left arm and flame effect, which came included with the Electro figure, which was also a part of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. So pretty neat. And each of the sets came included with this here, an insert that basically showed you how to put the Green Goblin together. And you can see the parts list there on which sets were included. And nothing on this side here. Now we'll be right back and have the Green Goblin put together. Okay, we have the Green Goblin Build-A-Figure put together, and we also have some of the flame effect parts here that were included with some of the parts of Green Goblin. And we're going to go ahead and take a closer peek at Green Goblin here. And if it looks vaguely familiar, that's because this Green Goblin Build-A-Figure is a remold of a previously released figure. Not a Build-A-Figure, but an action figure, and that was the movie Avengers Hulk figure that was a Walmart exclusive. And just for a quick comparison, I do have the Hulk here, and we'll just line them up together here. And you can see that a lot of the parts are the same, especially the torso and the legs here. There are differences in remolds, especially the head, the shoulder, the hands, and the feet. are remolds, but you can tell that the Green Goblin is I guess a remold or redeco of that Hulk figure. But with the added or redesigned parts that make this Green Goblin unique, it's still a pretty good figure. And taking a closer peek, you can see, especially with the head there, it's very nice. It has similarities with the Abomination, especially with the ears here, which are like bat-like type wing-shaped ears, but it's still pretty cool. And of course you have the horns here, which is pretty neat, and it's made of a softer material, so they are prone to bending a little bit, but they go back to its shape, which is not too bad. And taking a look at the menacing grimace of the Green Goblin, it's actually pretty neat. The paint application on the teeth is a little bit spotty, or I don't know if it's intended or not to be spotty to make him have bad looking teeth or not, but it's there. And then you also have these tiny horns that are on the ridges of the jawline, which is pretty cool on there. And that's painted individually, like the teeth and the horns here. Moving down, you have the torso, which is relatively plain compared to the other parts of the Green Goblin here, and you can really tell that this was previously used by the Hulk figure from the Avengers line of Walmart exclusive figures. But moving over to the shoulders, you can see where it was redesigned. And you can see all these spiky horns on both shoulders there, which is very cool. And those horns are painted, or spikes are painted like the horns on Green Goblin's head there. And it also has some spotty painting. I don't know if that's an intended effect or not, but there are parts of where the paint is not applied all the way through on these spikes, like right there and over here. And like I said, I don't know if that's intended or not, to make it look a bit weathered or not. Moving down to the arms here, the biceps are a reuse here. The forearms and elbow pieces, though, are a new sculpt for this figure. And you can see more of that sculpting effect of the spikes coming out from the elbow piece there and the forearm. And it's the same on this side as well. So, pretty cool. And the hands are, I believe, a unique new sculpt. They have unpainted fingernails. Now, I'm not that familiar with the ultimate version of Green Goblin, so I don't know if these were neglected in the paint area, but they are all one color, but it is sculpted so you can see the fingernails. So I guess if you wanted to paint them yourself, you could, and using the sculpt as a guide to where to apply the paint on there. But it's pretty decent on the sculpting on there, and it's actually quite nice. Get some more closer detail there. And moving down here, you could really see the pants that were used by the Hulk figure in that Avengers line. Even the tears are actually the same. Although this one here, it's supposed to be a green. It looks like it got painted over with the application, the paint application for the pants there. So, but you can see the tears and rips, much like the Hulk, where it actually ends up being sculpted and not connected to the lower leg there, which is actually pretty cool on there. That's one thing I liked about the pants, the ripping of the pants on the previous Hulk figure. It was the nice effect added pieces there. Moving down here to the lower leg, you could see this is basically reused, but the feet are a new sculpt, and like the fingernails, the toenails are unpainted, and if you wanted to paint them yourself, you can. That's pretty easy to do since the sculpting is quite evident there. It's actually kind of nice, and the texture on the foot is actually quite cool, I think. It's got bumps and veins on there, and it's actually kind of neat. But overall, it's a nice remold of a previous figure with parts added here and there to make this Green Goblin unique. Now, there are 3 flame effects that were included with some parts of the Green Goblin figure, which is actually pretty cool. This big one here is a flame effect for the back area, and you can see here these actually just hook on top of the shoulders and sit on there, and you just stick it on there, and it sits quite well. It will fall off if you turn the figure upside down, but if you have the figure generally right side up, it'll sit pretty securely there, and that adds a nice effect to the Green Goblin figure. And then you also have these 2 other flame effects that are attached to the arm, or actually clipped onto the arm. You have these round type of clips which are actually soft and bendable. So you can just apply, I believe the smaller of the 2 goes to the right arm, and you just clip it right around the wrist area on there, and just clip this one on to the other arm, and you have flame effects for Green Goblin at the arm, which is pretty neat. Now these do sit loosely like the one on the back, but they pretty much are okay, but they will get looser as you play with it, and the clips actually widen up with use. But they're soft enough where you can push them back in to have them sit nicely on the arms there. To go over the articulation of this Green Goblin figure, we start out with the head here. And the head is on a simple ball peg joint, so the head can go all the way around and up and down, as well as side to side a little bit. And you can actually detach the head and reattach it, or if you want to put the whole head on there, I'm sure that'll fit as well. And the arms at the shoulders can go all the way around, as well as in and out about that much on both arms. The biceps can go all the way around, and there are double hinges at the elbows, so you can actually bend the arm this far in and this far out, which is nice. The spikes don't interfere with the articulation there. The hands can go all the way around at the wrist, as well as in and out on there. The torso on this figure is very similar to the Hulk figure. I believe it's a ball-socketed joint. It allows the torso to go all the way around at the mid-torso area, as well as bend downwards and upwards, and the torso on this figure is pretty stiff at the torso area, and I believe you can also move the torso side to side as well. There is no waist articulation for this Build-A-Figure, but there are ball hinge joints at the hips, allows the leg to turn around at the ball joint there, and also allows the leg to go upwards. Oops, you can, looks like you can detach the leg there, but it allows the leg to go upwards and downwards on that hinge joint, and depending on the position of the hinge joint, you can get the leg out to the side as well. And the top of the thigh, you can go all the way around, and there are double hinge joints at the knees, so you can bend the leg that far back and this far forward. And the feet have that newer articulation joint, which is a combination of a peg and a hinge that allows the foot to bend upwards about that much and downwards about that much. And with the peg, you can twist the foot around to give an articulation for an ankle type rocker joint there. So pretty decent articulation, and similar to the movie Avengers Hulk. And this figure is actually pretty decent as a build-a-figure, and it's actually I think worth getting the wave for. It's pretty decent overall. This is my casual peek into the Marvel Legends Infinite series Green Goblin build-a-figure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.